Georgia and I went to Mexico many times. I counted 50 times at one point. And we even drove through. We drove through Mexico twice on the way to Belize. Saw every province in Mexico, probably Yucatan, Baja. Michoacan was a favorite place. We went to Pátzcuaro and to Capacro. This is a fiesta in Capacro. Georgia calls this the 100 people painting. It probably has 100 people in it. So we went to Capacro quite a few times, maybe three. This is another figure that she made from that same group, I believe, of women people in Capacro. It's the Tarascan people. We also went to Uruapan, where they had a crafts festival during Easter time, and this is the painting she made of a doorway there during that time. So she did quite a bit of painting in Mexico. She really did. Georgia also did digital art, especially toward the end of her life when her vision was compromised. She could not see well, but her visual art is very beautiful. It's exactly right for her. Check it out. That's light and color. That's her medium. She also did glass, It was very much like it. I love her stuff. I love her digital art. I love all of her art, but this digital art has a special quality, don't you think? It's the light behind the image that does the work. My art belongs to what I call my light show. It's made a certain way. If you want to check it out, you can go and check the YouTube channel called, my YouTube video called Light Show. Follow the link. Now is autumn come upon us with the flaming of the maple. Let us meet along the river, meet along the rushing water, turn our minds to one among us, dancing high with mountain spirits. Lost herself among the willows, where the wind of winter found her. Flames and currents swept around her, drew her far into the forest. Purple tendrils, swirling water, dark the wind that wound around her, seeking ever to confound her. Demons shrieking, spirits flying, croaking ravens, night birds crying, cacophonies of sound around her. Let us all of us remember here among the yellow birches how the spirits of the mountain came through time to dance among us, freed us from our nighttime horror. Flaming tooth and studded collar, swollen fang and stolen treasure, losses we will never measure. When the spirit of the forest rising from the marshes found her, 3 cold nights they danced around her, spinning out their ancient knowledge, freedom for the fear that bound her. Now is autumn come upon us, time has come for us to gather. Let us all of us together cast our fortune by the river, inward turning, outward reaching. Let us heed the ancient teaching, set the arrow in the quiver, draw your breath and live forever. Happy does the morning find us, let us join in song together, set the broken time behind us.
I see the whole scene riding by on the 14 on the way to the shop to get so clean. Black babies, black mamas, black fathers on and off of the bus all the way to MacArthur.
Underwater photography in the 80-foot deep kettle ponds near Wolfing and Cape Cod. Lots of life around the edges. Georgia and I went to Belize half a dozen times. Went to Tobacco Key. It's a key of an island off Dangriga, Belize. And here in Dangriga, they have a concrete sculpture outside of town with rattles and drums, and a sign saying, "Drums of our fathers," which they are. They drum a lot in Belize. As much of it has to do with drumming, and punta rock, as they call it. And I bought probably half a dozen drums down there. Nice, wonderful wooden drums, handmade wooden drums. Okay. So there you have Belize, Dangriga, Belize, with its drum sculpture outside of town. We made friends down in Belize, people that I miss. Wish I could see them. Wish I could see them again. Last time we were there was 6 years ago, 2016. And I was, 81, and she was 82. So it didn't quite work. It was too much for us, but I would love to do it again. Maybe someday I will have to work out and become more strong. We did diving in Belize. I did underwater photography. Sometimes early in the morning, they'll don't have shots of that available. We'd go out there at 4:30 in the morning, watch the sunrise in the water. And the tropical fish all come out when the sun rises. Beautiful. I found a bird mask and put it on. John, the photographer, came over, saw it. He said, let's do something. And this is what happened. I approached the world with this hook. The world looks upon me with disfavor. Well, there's no hope, no help for the matter. As a disfavored entity, I perform as expected. I launched myself forth with the hook. Looking, I think I've heard of this creature, Batman. This hook Batman and fling him into the abyss. Yes. This very evening I will fling Batman in my hook. Batman will find himself flung into the volcanic entity which devours everything which is deposited thereupon. Have you heard me? Words, take note. I've lost my corpus. I'm exposed. My weakness has. The blood quickly. I beg. Whatever is my. It's too late. I want this movie to be about Oakland. Well, I've come to love Oakland as I learn more about it. Oakland's very diverse. Everybody comes to Oakland. They come from everywhere. They set up shop and they make a life here in America by living here in Oakland. And they put murals up all over town. Very expressive murals. They say what they want, what they don't have, and so on. It's very political. And also very artistic and very beautiful, in my opinion. It really lights the place up. So, as I say, I've learned to love Oakland. Yeah. Now I'd like to tell you about Winding Way. Winding Way is otherwise known as the Huckleberry Preserve. It's a trail in the other side of the ridge from the Oakland Hills. So I think of it as the Oakland Hills, but not quite. I found the trail in 1961, a week after I came to Berkeley. It was a dump. That was an ad hoc dump by the side of the road, and the trail wound up from there, and I took it and wound up deep in the woods on the side of the hill. It was wilderness, and since then it's been incorporated. Winding Way, as beautiful a trail as I have ever known.